Yep, go live. There. Go live there. Go live there. 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 I think we've done it. Woohoo! Shit.
That's how I felt last week.
I think so. I hope so. Anyway, we'll soon find out. You are live. You are live. And you are live. Yeah, that's good.
Good.
I think so. Grinder, maybe?
Hang on.
Yeah.
What did you say? Grinder?
Good morning. Grinder, yeah. Definitely Grinder. Always on Grinder.
Yep.
Hang on, that's live. I shouldn't say shit like that.
We are on.
Not like me to put myself in this shit.
No, not at all.
Morning,
Good
Carly.
morning, guys.
How are you? How is everyone?
Hey, Mike. How are you?
Pretty good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very, very good.
That's good. I'm just organising to see and make sure that we are... Yep, we've got Eden's. Good morning, Eden. Obviously, the comments won't come up this time, but we'll go through each one and make sure we can. If you've got any live questions, please ask us in the chat. Put them in the chat somewhere. Preferably on my profile if you can, only because... Or Carly's, only because we're having streaming difficulties, we'll call it. Facebook's being a dick again. Facebook's a dick. I'm going on record. Facebook's a dick. I hope I get black banned for that. Anyway, how is everyone? Hope you're good.
Good.
Hi. Yep, we're Q&A live. If you need any questions to do with health and wellness, please chuck them in the chat. Send us a message and we'll answer them as much as we can. What's on today, Carls?
Just a little bit of work. Probably hit the gym and got baby with me. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. No, I just went mute for a minute.
Did it?
Yeah, just my standard day.
Good.
What about yourself?
Actually already hit the gym, which is good. I like I've never been an early bird for the gym, but wifey's like, I'm actually enjoying the time with her there, which is really cool because she's got her own personal trainer.
Yep.
To ask questions with and bug all the time. So
sounds perfect.
Yeah, for her it is. For me, it is really good. It's really, really good. I feel a little bit more time free in the morning, not as rushed. Just take the kids to school and go to the gym afterwards, so it's kind of working out pretty good. But I'm really enjoying it. Yeah. Awesome. All right, let's crack into our session today. Again, morning, Saz. How are you? No comment. No comments. Awesome. Okay, we know where we stand with everybody now. Sweet. All right. First question is, why is it harder for me to lose weight now that I'm older?
I like this question.
Yeah. Why? Because you're old?
I'm not old at all. But I think it's something that a lot of men and women believe is their biggest struggle, like age being a barrier.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. So firstly,
the question I want to ask out there is, who thinks age is holding them back? That's what I want to ask, because we got a lot of clients in their 50s, 60s that are dominating their weight loss journey, their mindset journey. And I don't think age is a barrier. I think it's mindset, really.
Yeah.
I want to ask that question.
1000% agree, Mike.
Sorry, you go.
No, I absolutely agree. A lot of women tell me, for example, my metabolism shot or whatever it is, or, I'm going through menopause. And of course, things tend to slow down. But I think the bigger question here is actually, what are you doing? Because I think a lot of the time as we get older, we just tend to slow down the activity. We don't go to the gym as much. Maybe we aren't eating as well. Maybe we aren't walking as much. And that, in result of doing those kind of things or not doing the things, that is why our metabolism slows down. Or we're not lifting weights, our metabolism turns to shit. Like, there's always a reason for why these things are happening. And that's usually why weight loss slows down. It's not because you've hit menopause or it's usually no activity or very, very limited.
Minimal, yeah, definitely. And you can set yourself up for a really good later year lifestyle if you start working early on your body and your mindset more than anything. Yeah, it's true. Hey, Jess, as everyone ages, our metabolism does slow down because our body uses less energy for basic functions because our muscles deteriorate and degenerate with age. And because muscles burn more calories than fat, that really hampers and dampens our weight loss. So if we start lifting weights early on, especially in our 30s and 40s, we're going to build a muscular system that will actually help us out later in life to maintain our weight. Most of us, when we get older, we don't want to lose too much weight. We just want to maintain it, which, there's no problem with that. I think that's really, really good. But if you don't lift weights, you can't replace the muscles that you lose, the degeneration.
Yep.
So definitely hormonal changes as we get older for women, especially. Again, another reason why having a penis is awesome.
Wow.
Don't have to go through menopause. It's facts. I'm not. It's facts. All right. It's a true story, Carl. Good luck with that.
Yeah, I know.
I think the worst thing to happen to us is saggy balls. So,
wow. If that's the least of your problems, then
happy days. But in saying that, yeah, increasing your muscle mass is going to help you heaps more in later years to maintain your weight. That's why we see a lot of there's two types of older people: severely overweight because they don't move, or severely skinny because they don't have any muscle mass on them. And both of them are prone to injury. No muscle mass means your flexibility and mobility shit, and having too much body fat means you can't physically move as much, and obviously it restricts a lot of things. So yeah, Jesse, saggy balls, brother, you know it. I speak the facts, the truth. Okay.
Well, we do that here.
Is it harder for you to lose weight as you get older? Physically and biologically, yes. But if you have a mindset of a champion and you don't stop and you eat well and you train hard, just lift weights, go for a walk. That's really all you need to do. You can definitely maintain a great physique in your 80s, 90s. No problem at all. How old are you going to live to, Carl?
As long as I can.
104 is when I'm going to pass away. I know it for a fact.
Oh, wow. Okay. I hope I'm still doing Q&A with you when you're 104.
I like it. Yeah. And you won't be 100 then.
No, that's right. That's right. I'll be like 63.
Oh, fuck off.
No, as long as I can, because I know the benefits of it. Yeah, and you're going to be living to that long. You want to be living your best life to the best possible bar you can, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as I can, and there's nothing more awesome than I love seeing the elderly people in the gym, getting themselves in, lifting weights, and there's nothing that I love seeing that.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. There's nothing I like seeing an older person that looks really fit, wears a t-shirt really well, holds their body position really, really well, able to pick their grandkids up without even hesitating, can squat down without blowing out, like things like that. It's really, really, really awesome. I got a live question. Is it normal to have poor sleep / be fatigued each day? If we're talking about on a weight loss journey, particularly, dude, I don't know, because the question's a little bit broad,
isn't it? Yeah.
Is it normal to have poor sleep and be fatigued each day? I would say yes. As humans, we are highly functioning individuals. Most of us are very stressed in our jobs and have families and kids and so much shit on. So yeah, it is normal to have poor sleep and be fatigued each day. If you're weight training as well, yep, definitely, because if you're lifting super heavy and you're not getting enough rest and you're not giving your body time to build muscle and you're not eating the right food and you're not drinking enough water, it's definitely going to affect all of that. So is it normal yet? Can you combat it? 100%. You just need to learn to listen to your body.
Yep.
Good question. How can I stay motivated when I don't see immediate results from my diet or exercise? Ooh, this is really, really good. Now, there's a couple of things I want to talk about when it's talk about motivation when I don't see immediate results. We're talking about physical results. Okay, that's the question, how I interpret it. You can't see mental results, you can only feel them. So if I'm not seeing immediate results from my diet or exercise, you're either not in a deficit or you're not lifting weights at the same time as losing weight. Now, the reason why I say that is, and it's super important, and I want you to take note of this, if you just lose weight and don't lift weights, it's harder to see immediate results in terms of muscle building. All you're going to see is like excess skin if you are severely overweight and no definition. So it kind of doesn't give you that like motivation boner because you're not seeing. I love that term. Your brother's.
Can you get a motivation boner with saggy balls?
You can. I don't know. I haven't got them, so I wouldn't have a clue. Anyway, stop. You've got me off track. So yeah, if you lift weights while losing weight, you will see more results quicker because you'll get muscle definition come through. Really, really important to note, guys. There's a lot of programs out there that are just focused on weight loss only and not going to the gym. Whilst they do work, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. You're not seeing immediate results because you're not lifting weights in terms of definition. The second thing is if you're purely relying on scales as immediate results, you're fucking yourself in the head. Worry about your clothes, your waistline. Now, our waist doesn't have a big muscle around it, so we can't build this ginormous bicep on your gut. Whatever you lose around your waist is body fat. So that's what you should be starting to look at, is find out different ways of measuring your results. Does that make sense, Carl?
Absolutely, it makes sense. I think another point I'd like to put in there as well, if you have been a serious yo-yo dieter, you're still going to lose weight, but it depends how much damage you've actually done to your metabolism.
Yeah.
If you have had, a history of up and down, reduction in calories to, massive surpluses or just restrictions, like you are going to find it a little bit more challenging a lot of the time than somebody perhaps that's been a little bit more consistent, only because of your history. That being said, it doesn't mean that you will never see results. It's just about working to kind of reboot your metabolism, which is so important, why you should be lifting weights, ladies. I can't scream that enough. Another thing I would love to just add in there is, man, so many people, especially women, say to me, oh, I'll be right. Once I start feeling, good, I just need a little bit more motivation. Ladies and gentlemen, motivation is just like any other emotion. It is going to come and go. The thing that you need is accountability. If you don't have support in your corner and you are showing up by yourself every single day, that becomes really fucking boring.
Yeah.
It is unmotivating. Get yourself into a community. And I'm not saying it might not be our program. It might be a friend circle. It might be just having support from your family. Voice your goals and your wins when you're struggling. The very best thing about our community is seeing women win and men win and have that support behind them, cheering them on. That's when you start to feel more motivated, is when you start to see those results and having that support around you. Because let's be real, transformation isn't always easy and you're going to have hurdles along the way. But if you've got that support and accountability, it makes it a whole lot easier.
Yeah, you've just nailed it. Accountability is the key.
Yeah.
Accountability is the key. If you're not seeing results, it's because you're not doing the things that you need to do to get those results. So take a good hard look at yourself and say, hey, what are the things that I'm not doing that are going to serve me in my weight loss journey? Because that's what we're talking about, immediate results. But also don't look at the 20, 30 kilos you got to lose. Look at the 1 kilo. Look at the one step.
Yeah.
Look at the little processes you've got to go through to get that 0.5 kilo, 1 kilo per week. I don't think we can go any further on that.
Yep. Beautiful.
All right. It was a lot of middle-aged questions today. That's good. I relate. What types of exercises are best for someone middle-aged to help with weight loss? All of them. all of them. If you're not doing anything, you're not moving, you're not lifting weights, you're not going to the gym, you're not like, I don't care, going there 45 CrossFit, I don't give a shit what it is. If you're not doing anything, the best exercise is anything, in my opinion. Hey, Renee, like honestly, it's the best exercise is anything. Okay, what's going to benefit you more with weight loss is weight training, lifting weights. Any form of weight training is really, really good. Limit the amount of high intensity interval training if you can, because it's not the best for building muscle. Once a week, twice a week if you need to, really good for putting a sweat on and doing a little bit of exertion. But lifting weights is the best exercises you can do for weight loss, paired with walking, in my opinion. Paired with walking. Low impact workouts.
Yes.
So much easier on the joints.
Because we are talking about middle-aged people here.
Yeah, correct. So, and most middle-aged people, men, women, that's why they come to our program, are overweight. And you're a walking gymnasium as you are. So use your body weight to your advantage and just walk. You're walking with maybe 30, 40 kilos excess on your body. So you are kind of doing resistance training as it is anyway. So start off walking if you are severely overweight. That's the first thing I would suggest you do to help with your weight loss. And then paired with a great meal plan, get in the gym, start lifting fucking weights, and you will see results so much quicker. Yep. So much quicker.
Yep. I love that. Yeah. So when we talk about exercises, first and foremost, like, don't fall into the trap of thinking that I need to find these specific exercises that are going to, burn a lot of fat. If your nutrition is horrible, you are never going to outrun that. You're never going to burn off. It doesn't matter what kind of exercise you're doing. First and foremost, get your nutrition a little bit better. Start there. And I think a lot of the time, when we ask the question, what type of exercises are best? I love that you brought up walking, Mike, because when you're actually doing nothing, something is better than nothing. But walking, low impact, great. But I think a lot of the time, women in particular think that when we say weight training, that, oh my gosh, I've got to go and sign up to a gym and face that discomfort and be real. Like, no, it could be something as doing some squats, some body weight squats at home. That is still resistance training. So like you said, Mike, getting yourself, and I'm not talking about going onto Google and, downloading these workouts. Pair yourself with a good nutrition plan and a good training program, and together you will see results.
Yeah, and if you can't afford a program, like, good old YouTube will help you really, really well. But like I said at the very start, just doing something when you've done fuck all for so long is the best form of exercise you can do. But walking, to me, especially when you're severely overweight and you've started on a journey, best thing you'll do. The weight will come off in the first 4 weeks easily, as long as you're eating reasonably well. Reasonably well. 80-20. Start off with 80-20. Start off with just taking out 300 or 400 calories a day per week, and you will see half a kilo loss in no time. Like, that's the more important part. Start slow, finish well.
Yeah. Beautiful.
All right. Are there specific diets or foods I should focus on to help with weight loss after 40? 100%. Keto for breakfast, keto for lunch, vegan dinners. No. Specific foods? No. Specific diet? No. I wouldn't say. I would say just try and eat 80-20 like I just said before. Maybe I segued into my own answer now, but 80% whole foods, 20% fun foods or high calorie foods, right? Enjoy some shit, but also eat really, really well. Specific types of foods, lean proteins, whole grains, vegetables, fruits. Just limit your refined sugars and processed foods and high fat salamis and shit. Like, limit those. I'm not saying take them out. Up your water intake. Watch your portion control. Like, they're the things that you can administer pretty quickly in terms of a meal plan or your nutrition. And alcohol, monitor that intake, because normally we're talking middle-aged people, weight loss after 40. Alcohol is the biggest killer because it's liquid calories, and most men and women that are severely overweight generally have a high intake of alcohol. Number one, to combat the depression, and number two, because they've just got this mad habit of having a glass of wine or a couple of beers every night for dinner. If you're drinking a 200-calorie beer or wine every night times 7 days a week,
yeah,
a lot of fucking calories, guys. A lot of fucking calories. So
I think the biggest thing here, when we say like specific diets or food, I think like the takeaway is just make sure you're not depriving yourself, because this is why a lot of diets fail, is because we just think, okay, we're going to rule out carbs because carbs are really bad for us, or I'm not allowed to eat chocolate, or like you said, like we're not saying don't drink alcohol, we're just saying reduce it.
Yep.
Like these are just a few tips. Like completely depriving yourself of things that you enjoy and bring you happiness
generally sends you backwards, because you will go harder at them when you feel like you need them again.
Yes. So just find something, eat the foods that you enjoy, while kind of just making sure that, you know, your calories aren't surplusing and, you know, your proteins relatively high. There's a couple of little tweaks that you can make without making this a substantial, you know, big change to your life.
Yeah, definitely. And even with the way we administer our meal plans, there's no restrictions on food groups. It's just cutting down the amount of food we need to eat to start with and getting used to putting whole foods in our body.
Yeah.
And I'll give you an example. I was speaking to one of our clients yesterday, and she said after day 3, she felt less bloated immediately. Because there's less processed foods in her body, and she's eating and she's digesting and she's pooing properly. Like, come on, people, that's the whole point. That's the whole point. We want to be able to take a nice nugget regularly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably just as more important as the next topic. How important is sleep in my weight loss journey?
Sleep.
Yeah, okay. It's probably one of the most important.
Yeah. So sleep, can we get enough of it? For me personally, I feel like 8, 9, 10 hours is good for me. Because we need sleep to, you know, it helps regulate our hormones. I like, just think about the situation. If you have a massive weekend and you're completely sleep deprived, what are the kind of food choices that you're making, you know, after a big night out? Your willpower fucking horrible, and you go for the most convenient snacks there is. So obviously, it affects the ability to make good choices. Your energy levels, you know, if you're feeling completely depleted, do you feel like exercising? No. Like, sleep is so bloody important. And everyone kind of, you know, like people, like we say, you know, 7 to 8 hours sleep. Some people actually are functioning off 6 hours. I suppose it's what you adapt to and the quality.
Yeah, I used to function at 4 when I was at my absolute worst, because I felt, okay, normal. This is normal for everybody. Most of us don't get, 90% of us don't get enough sleep. Okay, we're parents, we're business owners, we're working for somebody, we're in a highly stressed environment. We're not exercising, we're not eating well, we're depressed, we're anxious. We need something, we need release, and we turn to binging Netflix or video games or anything like that that keeps our mind off things, right? Most of us are like that. And you're not alone. I was like that, 100%. 100% was like that. But when you, okay, being a parent, difficult, especially with newborns. I aren't totally understand. Sleep is, it's one of the most important things. Do you get it? No. You've got to limit your losses in those things and try and find sleep when you can. But it is fucking fundamental. It'd probably be number 2 on the list of most important things in a weight loss journey. So, yeah, definitely super important. If you can get regular sleep, great. And try and go to bed at the same time, try and wake up around the same time and regulate your circadian rhythm, good. But if not, whenever you can. Have naps during the day if you can. Perfect. Last question. It's a really good one. Ties up with sleep as well. Can stress affect my weight? And if so, how can I manage it? Yeah.
I love this one.
Severely can affect your weight, because when we're stressed, we don't think right. When we're stressed, we want the easy way out. When we're stressed, we don't we don't want to do many things but fucking procrastinate, vegetate, and not deal with the actual stress itself. So can it affect your weight loss? It affects everything in life. It affects your mood. It affects your diet. It affects your energy levels. It affects your relationships. It affects your hormones.
It's called emotional eating.
Yeah, and that's where I'm coming around to, is when we're emotional, we do things that we don't think well, and the only things that we generally can control when we're stressed is what we put in our mouth. And if you are a sweet tooth or you are a savory tooth, like, you generally go for things that are going to make you feel good for 20 minutes and then want to do it again and again and again, and that's shitty foods generally. We order more takeout because we don't want to cook. We haven't got the time because we're stressed. So is managing stress important? My word, it is. My word, it is.
And especially when you're trying to lose weight.
Yeah, it probably is probably hand in hand with sleep, and you're not sleeping well enough because you are stressed. So, yeah, how can you relieve that stress? Face the problems that you are stressed about. If it's money, if it's your
work,
job, if it's relationships. Most of us, it's relationships, right? Most of us are going through something tough, and we either don't want to burden our spouse or a partner or family because they're going through their own shit. So we try and deal with ourselves, and then we bury ourselves even further. Then we hit the bottle, or we hit drugs, or we do something that's just going to take our mind off it. We crave unhealthy shit. Most of us are like that. So face the demons. You got to face the demons. Number one. Number two, if you can get some more sleep, great. Number three, get yourself high protein, low calorie diet, and start looking after yourself. Move, get off your ass, and do some walking. Like, walking is probably one of the best stress relievers out there. Whack some headphones on, listen to a motivating podcast or something that'll get in the mood for 45 minutes, an hour if you can. It's amazing how that can either start or end your day really, really well. So
that's right. When you're stressed, you probably don't feel like exercising, but if you can get yourself out the door, get some sunlight on your body. Like for me, if I know, like, if I've missed, like, if I am unable to get to the gym for a certain amount of time because of kids or whatever it is, like, I notice a big change in my mental health compared to when I am consistently going to the gym. Like, for me, it's exercise and lifting weights. For you, it might be something different.
No, to manage my mental health, weight training or cycling are the two things I go to, and they are non-negotiables. They make them a non-negotiable. And the other thing, guys, is if stress or depression or anxiety is overwhelming you and it's taking over your life, you need to go and see someone for additional help. A counselor would probably be my preferred person because I think you can be a little bit more personal with them. A psych if you need to go a little bit deeper, but you need to get help. And it's courage to put your hand up and ask for help. Like, just get that courage and know that you're not fucking alone, right? You're not alone on the journey. Find someone that you can talk to. But stress, go back to the question, can stress affect my weight? Yes, it can. And whatever you can do to manage it, first, face it. Second, have some little things in place, as in exercise, food, things around that make life a lot easier. It'll make that stress a lot easier to deal with. It probably won't go away, and it's always going to be there somewhere. But as long as you can monitor and maintain it and accept it and move forward through it, you'll be right.
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome. I didn't see any other questions come through. Did you, mate? It's this bloody Facebook shit's crap now. We don't get comments come through, but that's cool. Okay, Kate, I thought hitting 40 meant that was it. I had to accept how I was, and if I was going to try and lose weight, it was going to be near impossible. Joined BBA, and boy, was I wrong. It wasn't my age that held me back. It was my food and activity that was wrong. Go figure. Awesome, Kate. Yeah, well, that's the truth. The truth in the matter is, it doesn't matter what age you are, you can lose weight. It just comes down to your mindset, willpower, and how much you really, 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 really want it.
Yep.
Proven.
100%.
All right, team. Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it. I don't see any other questions come through.
I can't see.
Hey, how you doing? No, thanks, Jesse. Awesome. All right. We'll see you next week at the same time.
Thanks, Mike.
If you've got any other questions, DM us and we'll answer them next week. Best way to do it.